Alrighty folks, so today we got a spring update for the Ophidiarium, some stuff that's going on. The major thing is that yesterday, last night, we got back after picking up 3 new animals. It's a reverse trio, pretty excited about these. They're Nova Guinea carpet pythons. It's kind of a unique little subsect of the Papuan carpet pythons, and there was an opportunity that we jumped on. So without further ado, I'm going to grab some of them out and talk about them. All right, so here is the female. Now this, I haven't had too much interactions with them yet, so this is kind of like the first time I really handled them since we had them in here last night. I don't want to do too much of it, but I do want to just give you guys a brief look at these. So she is from 2021, so she would be able to breed within a year. Probably next year we'll see if we'll put her through the cycle, but she's gorgeous. She's not even that colored up after talking with the guy who sold her to us. He had them since they were babies, and these are coming from Eric Kohler. He had bred them back in 2021, but he had them, raised them up. She's looks flawless. She looks perfect. He didn't overfeed her, underfeed her. She looks perfect in my opinion for what Papuan carpet python should look like. So I mentioned briefly that these are very related, kind of the same exact thing as Papuan carpet pythons. They're more or less a glorified locality specific. There's not a whole lot of stuff that's talked about with these guys, and what exactly they are, where they came from, how they got here. There's a little bit of some hush-hush almost, which is kind of funny, but eventually I'm sure more will come out about these over the next years. But for now, I thought it was a really cool opportunity to get on these guys. Really just kind of diving in more and more onto these Papuan carpet pythons, and this is just a unique opportunity to get on some more similar but different in this same kind of complex. So I'm gonna put her away now real quick, and then I'll get out one of the males. All right, so now we have one of the siblings actually to that female. So this is a male from that same clutch, so 2021, and he had them both together. He had got them, I guess, at the same time. But this guy looks really cool, nice and bright. I'm sure he's gonna just kind of go through his ups and downs of brightness, which is normal. They kind of have a little bit of a flaming up, flaming down, but he has almost like a striping going down, which is pretty neat looking. For the most part, very typical of this Nova Guinea locality type carpet python, but his head, his colors look really nice even so. Really neat. Very unique head stamp that is kind of prevalent on a lot of these. If you can see that, hopefully you're picking up as nice as he looks here. But this guy looks really mellow, really tame. If you know a little bit about the Papuan and the Nova Guinea here specific, there's not a lot of diversity in this locality specific thing going on, because it was kind of a limited amount of animals that kind of were the founding stock for this. But this guy is just super chill. And again, I don't want to hold him too much, but definitely no major concerns with his attitude here. He's just really chill, checking stuff out. All right, and then this here's the second male out of this reverse trio. And he's from a second clutch that Eric had that same year in 2021, so he's not a direct clutch mate, but he looks very similar. He actually looks a little busier, his pattern. But talking with the guy who had these guys before, he said that these guys flame up and flame down, and you'll see oranges and stuff pop out, even some like lavenders even coming out of them throughout their ups and downs with their flaming up and flaming down. But this guy looks, again, solid animal, no concerns. He said that they were really mellow animals, and so far that's holding true, which is awesome. Pretty cool project. Really excited to get in this. This guy's stripe down his back is pretty neat, almost all the way down. Looks really cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna set these guys up in a tub for now and just do a due diligence. So just kind of keeping them away from the rest of the clutch for now, and then eventually we'll get them with the rest of the collection, and we'll cycle them with the rest of everybody for breeding, and then we'll see what happens over the next 12 months. Right now would be where they would be breeding, or they would be having clutches about now. This is prime time for when they'd be having those. So we'll give them a whole another year to kind of settle in and see how the room ebbs and flows with everything else that we have. And yeah, hopefully that'll be really exciting. All right, so aside from that, we have some other stuff that's happening. We have a couple animals that we'll be selling. I'll have some stuff listed on MorphMarket maybe this weekend or next week sometime. A few ball pythons, probably 4 or 5 different ball pythons, a couple proven breeder males, and some other stuff. So kind of a little shifting around of stuff here in our collection, but super excited. I hope that you enjoyed seeing those animals that we just added to our collection, and we'll see what the future brings with all that. So until next time, probably in the summer, we'll do another update. I kind of had a thought that I'd try to commit myself to every quarter giving like a quarterly update on what's happening, and we can go from there. So in the summer times, at some point, hopefully we'll have clutches hatching and stuff like that with some ball python projects that we have going. That we'll go from there. So if you have any questions, you want to follow along with what we're doing, you could follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube here. Like and subscribe to the channel or the videos and posts. Yeah, we're really excited. Thank you for sticking around, and we'll catch you on the other one.